Hello, guys. Welcome back to Orphans. We've just got a message from Gruber, but we're going to look at this first.
Today, while exploring the surroundings of the orphanage, I went deeper into the forest than usual and discovered an abandoned house. Hoping to find clues about the events from back then, I went inside and searched the rooms. To my disappointment, however, I found only a house that hasn't been lived in for ages and that was completely run down. The only noticeable thing, the door to one of the rooms on the second floor seemed to have been forced open. The hinges were torn out and the wood splintered, as if someone had thrown themselves against it with great force. In one of the basement rooms, I made a terrible find. Human bones. Judging by the bones, they must be the remains of 2 adults and a child. The skull of one adult also showed traces of violent impact. Due to the advanced state of decomposition, it was not possible for me to determine the cause of death more precisely. Nevertheless, it seems that a terrible tragedy took place here. I wonder if the people...
Wait, is this about the house? Do you think this is about the house? He said 2 adults and a child. And this looks like the place that he this is the same one. And it was already decomposed before, though. Then why is... Oh my god.
people killed are part of the same family that Sister Brown mentioned in her notes.
Oh god, that is crazy. Mr. Gruber has unblocked us, okay? I have to apologize for my behavior. It wasn't clear to me what your relationship was with Miss Fons. Hello, Mr. Gruber. Nice to hear from you. Miss Fons said you suspect Henry's disappearance may be related to his research for his new book. As she told me that your friends are in trouble, is that correct? They are. We'd be grateful for any clue we can get. Well, I don't know a lot. Henry contacted me after he realized there maybe have been instances of cult-like behavior at this orphanage. He found evidence of horrific rituals and several murders. Apparently, he was able to prove it as well. Did he mention Sister Brown? He did. And he mentioned the diary he found. I've been studying religious cults for a long time. That's why Henry reached out to me. Of course, I was happy to help, and that's how our cooperation came about. What exactly did you find out? Well, Sister Brown's notes very much pointed to occult practices. Alchemy, witchcraft, Satanism. You probably heard or read about these things before. So I was surprised to find all kinds of symbols in Sister Brown's notes that are forbidden in Christian doctrine. It seemed obvious that Father John, who was mentioned by Sister Brown many times, was somewhat of a chief priest in a fraternity dedicated to the dark arts. Is it possible these forces are still active today? Well, that demons, ghosts, and dark forces, as well as angels and fairies. They're metaphors from various religions that are as old as mankind. Images with which people used to explain things they didn't understand. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in supernatural phenomena or paranormal activities. Everything that happens is of natural and original and explainable. A while ago, I would have agreed with you. I've been dealing with any form of religious fanaticism for years, and if there's one thing I realized, it's not the faith that does evil, it's always the faithful. This orphanage is haunted, I'm sure of it. I don't want to be rude. But I'm afraid that you and your friends are victims of some kind of religious hysteria. Oh my god, these people, I swear to god. I often notice that when religious extremists fall into some sort of trance, or what they call a state of possession, the result is a sort of pseudo hallucination. They experience visions, hear voices. In other words, they imagine things that aren't there. A fragile mind is quite easy to manipulate, if that makes sense. Not everything is based on logic, Gruber. I'm not an atheist. I don't think basing everything that exists, or that you don't even know exists, on logic is fair, because there's a lot of things that we can't explain, and that's okay. No, Mr. Gruber, this is really happening. Please. Oh my god, this guy. Don't send me any mysterious videos or audio files. I've heard and seen that kind of thing like a million times. They were always false. Always fake. I will try to help you find Henry. This guy is... But please spare me your ghost stories. I'll go through my notes again and see if I can find anything helpful. I'll contact you once I'm finished. This guy is really annoying. Damn it, the doors. It just slammed shut. I can't get it open. You've got to be kidding me. Is there no way out? No, there's just this one door. Damn, and Tammy. Fuck Tammy right now. She's not here. I could have sworn her voice was coming from that room. Mika, Tammy totally lost it. What happened? Where is she? You can't trust her anymore. She's possessed. What am I supposed to do, Velvet? Tammy's gone completely mental. Everyone's gone mad. I'm stuck in this room. I've got to get the damn door open. Is there something you could pry it open with? No, there isn't. Can't find anything I could use. I feel like a complete idiot. I ran blindly into a room and didn't even stop to make sure the door stayed open. What do I do now? I can't get out of here by myself. Don't worry, Mika. Nicholas called the police. They should already be on their way. Seriously? Finally, that's great news. I hope they can get me out of here. I'm sure they'll be there soon. I don't think so, but I have to tell him that to make him feel better. As expected, everything is dead quiet. How is Samuel? He's hanging in there. We won't get to a doctor tonight. At least we found a hotel. Look at this place. I was like, what the fuck? That does not look like a hotel. Straight out of a horror movie. Looks haunted, doesn't it? At least the host is super nice. You know, you saw someone? He gave Samuel a nice pack and some alone. He went to get the sheriff for us too. But he apparently already knew about it. He's on his way over. Yeah, Mika's brother called the police. At least they believed him. I can hardly believe it's almost over. I don't think it is. The officer said he'd take care of everything, so we didn't have to worry. Some men from the village are on their way to get Tammy and the others. We'll go back to the wreck cages and sort our car out later. Sorry, Velvet. The sheriff is here. We'll get back to you ASAP. Is this really a sheriff? I don't know. I don't trust all this. And what did Gruber say? As you can see, he's a bit of an idiot. He obviously doesn't believe in supernatural phenomena. When I texted with him, he didn't really seem interested in helping your friends either. No, he doesn't believe in ghosts. But the police are coming now. Thank goodness, I'm so happy to hear that. Although I have my doubts they'll be able to counter these forces. I know, after everything that happened, I fear the worst too. I'm hoping they rescue your friends. But considering everything you told me so far about the orphanage and what's happened there, I fear they'll need help from a priest or an exorcist. We don't know what we're dealing with. Gruber must know something that will help us find my dad and save your friends. I hope so. We can't give up hope, Velvet. We have to find out what Gruber knows and what powers we're dealing with. But Velvet, should your friends actually be rescued, you'll still help me find my father, right? Sure, we're in this together. Thanks, Velvet. Together I have faith that everything will be alright. Sandy just told me that you helped her find this house. I shouldn't have. I can't thank you enough. She's completely exhausted but not injured. She's resting. Jarek, I think Fons has also been to the house you're in. Greetings from Romania. What's going on with Tammy and the others? Group temporarily closed due to extreme possession. Our texts won't go through anymore. Are they ghosting us? I think they're a bit embarrassed about their ghost stories themselves. Guys, this is really not a joke. Marco, not for you, but I bet the others, maybe not for you, but I bet the others are having fun. They're laughing their heads off while you're panicking. I'd love to tell them to stop messing with you. It's really not funny anymore what they're doing. But we can't get a hold of anyone. Everyone is starting to go insane here. Get a grip, Velvet. Oh my god. Here's what I suggest. You're going to send us one credible piece of evidence that the place is haunted. Then Till and I will pack our crucifix, holy water, wooden stakes, and come help. We'll bring some garlic too. Seriously? I can't, my text won't go through. Run out of data. Don't take this to heart, Velvet. You're pretty cool. But it seems you're also very easily fooled. Let me tell you again. Don't believe everything they say. They're just messing with you. Oh my god. We have to get going now. We probably won't have any coverage here anytime soon. We'll be in touch once we get a signal again. Say hi to the others, please. You're not telling me Fonz was in this house? It might sound unbelievable, but they're the same dead bodies. That would mean time was somehow turned back. No, that's impossible. There must be another explanation. Sandy and I were here now. I'm so happy she found me. Are you sure there's nothing wrong with you, Jarek? Oh my god, what do you mean worsens? Yes, I'm fine, Velvet. Why do you keep asking that? Wait a sec, something's going on with Sandy. I have to be there for her now. Talk to you later. Please be careful, Jarek. I will. Oh my god, I don't know. Are you there? I'm here, you're alright? Yes, we're on our way where the accident happened. This is the first time I've been in a cop car. We're still waiting on news from the rescue team headed to the orphanage. The sheriff is really nice though, we got lucky.
Hey, it's me again. Sorry if it may sounded like we want to get rid of you or something, but the thing is, I know the group and I know they're super funny, but right now they're just making a big joke on your costs. So I can assure you there are no ghosts, and if you keep a cool head, you will find a logical solution.
He insists we don't worry. They're going to get Tammy and the others out of there. Did the sheriff tell you anything about the orphanage? Not a lot. It was apparently closed because most children were no longer placed in orphanages but in foster families, and the building was kind of falling apart too. What about the bizarre things that are happening there? He thinks all the rumors about a haunting are nonsense, just like with any abandoned building. Teenagers sneak in there and have parties. He thinks it should have been pulled down a long time ago. The risk of someone getting hurt is too high. That's why Jason sent the men to get Tammy and the others out of there. And he's going to head there too once we're done. You're on first name basis already? I don't know, they're trusting this guy a bit too much. Yeah, he's very casual for a cop. He grew up here. Born and bred in the village. He's a big guy. He reminds me of Jason Voorhees. That's not a good reminder. Jason the killer vs. Jason the sheriff. Is this another one of your horror movie jokes? You're the only one that gets them. Hello, everyone knows Jason, right? I do. I don't know if he's from Halloween or the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Jason is the killer from Halloween. Hopefully he is. No, but you were pretty close. Fuck. It's Nightmare on Elm Street. You're thinking of Michael Myers. Jason Voorhees is the killer from... Oh, okay. Friday the 13th. The guy with the hockey mask and the machete. Can we change the subject, please? The others are in danger and you're talking about horror movies. That's pretty bad. Come on, Ina. Help is on the way. And as long as we're in Jason's car, there's nothing else we can do. Yes, let's talk a bit more about horror movies. I wouldn't want to do that right now, but it was a star option, so I had to take it. You're serious? Velvet. Let me think. Don't ask me any questions. I've not seen those kinds of horror movies, but I see very psychological ones. What's your favorite Stephen King movie? Pet Sematary? IT, The Shining? Probably Pet Sematary. I found the old movie even better than the remake, although they're both great. I can't decide which one I prefer. I've got another one of the books of Stephen King that I have to read. Are you more into ghost stories or gory flicks? It depends. It just has to be good. Same here. There's a lot of trash out there. Good movies are rare. Guys, please. Don't be a killjoy. Samuel, what's your all-time favorite horror movie? Difficult question. The Thing by John Carpenter is definitely... Oh, I've seen that one. One of my faves. I could watch that one over and over again. Boring. It's not boring, Ina. Have you watched the remake of Evil Dead yet? I did even liked it a bit better than the original. I loved both. What did you think of the Scream movies? I liked them all. Even the latest one. I didn't. It was pretty intense and bloody for a Scream movie. I hate to interrupt the movie experts. Yeah, we got it. What would you like to talk about while we're still on the road, Pumpkin? Pumpkin? Killjoy. Wow, someone actually landed here. What is this? The authors? The authors? Oh yeah, just like the other game, like the healing. Kai, we have to hide our Easter eggs better in the future. Sometimes dead is better. Karsten. A blind Easter bunny does a better job than we do. That's actually your job, Karsten. Hi, you two. Nice to see you again, Karsten. Likewise. Well, but may I introduce the amazing Kai. The amazing Kai. I don't have any faults, just special effects. He's part of the author team of Orphans. Hey, Velvet, nice to meet you. Karsten wanted me to say hello. I'm a bit shy. I like to stay in the background. Don't worry, I don't buy it. That's what they all say. Well, but how do you like Orphans so far? Honestly, I really like it. I think it could be my favorite. I find it really exciting so far. Happy to hear that. We do our best to keep it that way. If it were up to Kai, there'd even be more horror elements in the story. I don't think there's a horror movie he hasn't seen. That's why some of his ideas are so out there. Every now and then I have to slow him down a bit. That's an understatement. Okay, quite often. Otherwise, we'd get problems with the age restrictions. Oh yeah. In any case, we'll make sure you'll get to enjoy more thrilling content. So far, you've done a great job. Thank you. Always nice to hear that you like our stories. Talking about the thrilling content, when can I continue the game? If you want, right away. Yes, please. I mean, I want to do it right now. But we can talk more, too. What would I even talk to them about? Should we do it, or do you guys want me to talk more? Let's learn more about the game then. We can chat a bit more. Great. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Will there ever be a second part of the sign? Do you already know what your next game will be about? We still have a lot of great and exciting ideas for Orphans apart from that. I can't give away any more at this stage. One thing is for sure, you won't stop entertaining you. Kai, I have an idea. Velvet seems to be into horror movies too. How about we put her to the test? Oh my god, no, guys. I'm sure you can come up with some interesting questions. You mean like a little horror movie quiz? Bingo. Do I even want to do that? Why not, Velvet? What do you think? Are you down? Am I down, guys? I don't know, honestly. Wait, let me check how long this video is first. Alright then. The time is not that much, so I guess we could do it. Sure. Fantastic. Listen, Velvet, I'm about to ask you 5 questions about horror movies. 5? Let's make it 10. Oh my god, Karsten. Alright, 10 questions it is. I'll think of a great reward for you in the meantime. The more questions you answer, the greater the reward. If you manage to answer all the questions, I'll come up with something very special. Sounds great. Are you ready, Velvet? I'm ready. Wait a minute. We don't know yet how familiar Velvet is with horror movies. Are you a real horror movie fan like Kai? Are you up for a challenge? Or would you prefer Kai asking simple questions? Go ahead, I'm up for a challenge. Let's see it. Even though I don't really watch mainstream horror movies as much, mine is more like niche and underrated. Okay, you asked for it, Velvet. Question 1. How many movies has Jason Voorhees butchered his way through? I think there are 11. I think it's 10. There are 11. Friday the 13th and 1 Freddy vs. Jason. That makes 12. There's 11. Exactly. Yeah, got it. There are 11 Friday the 13th movies in total. In the first part, the killer is not Jason, but his mother. Exactly, but also in Freddy vs. Jason, the killer with the hockey mask reaches for the machete. So far, Jason has slaughtered his way across the screen in 11 films. Next question. Jack Torrance gets a job as a property manager for a hotel in the mountains that's closed for the winter. He and his family spend the winter in complete seclusion. Jack's behavior gradually changes. Any idea yet, Velvet? Of course, it's a classic. The Shining. Of course, it's The Shining. That's it. But that wasn't the question yet. Ugh, Jack has got cabin fever and he increasingly suffers from delusions. The delusions make him go after his family with an axe. What is the name of the hotel? Your questions are really tricky, Kai. What was the name? Wait, if I see the options, maybe I'll know. Overlook, Overview, and Oversee. Fuck. I don't remember like that. Overlook Hotel? Overlook Hotel. Hopefully it is Overlook. You really know your stuff. That was correct. Oh my god. We were correct. Question 3. Which of the following movies has previously been banned? I Spit on Your Grave. I'm pretty sure that was banned. The Evil Dead. I'm pretty sure that was banned. It was banned. Dawn of the Dead. I haven't seen that. But the two of them are banned. What if I say all of them are banned? Wow, respect. Oh my god. That's absolutely right. Guys, I'm just so good. At this point, I don't even know, but I'm just that good. Okay, take it down a notch, Kai. Nobody knows that kind of stuff. Alright, now simple question. What's the name of the summer camp from Friday the 13th? Oh, fuck off. That was Crystal Lake. That's maybe a bit too simple, Kai. But it was the correct answer. Next question. What's the name of the fictional town where Michael Myers wreaks havoc in Halloween? Haddonfield. I think it's Haddonfield. I hope it's Haddonfield. Would you have known that, Karsten? So it's correct then. Of course. With a long nose guy. Half time. Well, we had 5 more questions. At the 6th hour of the 6th day in the 6th month, Catherine Thorne has stillborn child. To spare his wife, he doesn't yet know about the child's death, the grief. Her husband Robert decides to exchange their dead baby for a boy, born at the same time. The boy's mother died in childbirth and there's no other relatives. Over time, mysterious events take place. At some point in desperation, the father turns to a priest. I've seen this. And learns that the boy is the son of the Satan and wants to rule the world. Which movie am I talking about? The Omen. Velvet really knows a lot, Karsten. Of course I do. Seen a lot of horror movies at this point. Awesome. I was thinking that he was gonna name very mainstream movies like The Conjuring, but I'm glad that they're not. Like, these are still mainstream, but like in a different way. Now you can show me what you know about demons. What is the name of the demon that possesses little Regan in The Exorcist? Pazuzu? Belial. No. Belial was in a different. Pazuzu is correct. Yep. We got it. In Poltergeist, the family is terrorized by haunting spirits. The film, which was significantly influenced by Steven Spielberg and directed by Tobe Hooper, is now considered almost family-friendly. If it wasn't for the horrible connotation, which of the following is true of it? 4 actors from the first 2 films died shortly after the release or during filming. Real skeletons were used in a scene at the end. Actress Dominique Den, who played a Carol Ann older sister, was killed by her boyfriend. I don't know. Are all 3 of them true? All three of them are true. I feel like that's wrong. Correct. Oh, yep, we got it. We got it. Right, that's the poltergeist curse. I've read about it somewhere. Pretty intense, right? Question 8. Okay, question 8. Wes Craven was the director of horror classics like The Hills Have Eyes, The Last House on the Left, Nightmares on Elm Street, and the first 4 part of Scream. In how many Scream movies did he also make a brief appearance as the actor? In 3 parts, in all of them. Did he make an appearance in all of them? I feel like he did. In 3 parts. Exactly. Yay! Wes Craven made brief cameo appearances in Scream 1, 2, and 3. In the first part of example, he appeared as janitor Fred. He wore the typical red and green striped sweater and the hat of Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare movies. Question 9. What's the name of the actor who played Pinhead in the first Hellraiser movie? Doug Bradley. It has to be Doug. It has to be Doug. Angel to some, demons to others. That's right. Eeeeof. Last question, you almost made out. Which of these films have been banned in some countries to this day because of the killing of animals? Cannibal Holocaust, Faces of Death, Ravenous. I think it's Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust. My hat's off to you, Velvet. Jackpot, Velvet. You answered all 10 questions correctly. All 10 of them. I came up with something very special as a reward. Just a moment. What are you gonna give me? Congratulations, you just unlocked 3 exclusive themes for Orphans for you. 3 exclusive themes! Oh my god, that is so nice. You can find your new themes under the menu item apps. You can activate them anytime for free. Congratulations, Velvet. I hope you enjoyed our little quiz as much as I did. Now it's time for horror. Time for Orphans. Enjoy the game, Velvet. Wait, let me check the themes that we're getting. So this is this one that has been unlocked. Okay, I want to check other ones too. Oh, and this one has been unlocked as well. We can try all of them slowly. Okay, what else? What is the other third one? That one I already had it. I already had that as well. Oh, and this one. Okay, let's use this one right now and then we can change it to the other one. Okay, Jason just told me some stuff about the village. He loves living here. His eyes light up when he talks about it. Do you guys want to do this in the next video? Because we just literally talked to the authors and we played a game. So in this one, we've played a game, guys. And in the next one, we're going to start reading Orphans properly. But yeah, that was really fun. I won all 3 themes, which is amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.